First comes the snow, then comes the sleet, perhaps some freezing rain before we see the transition to all rain. All of this happening Sunday along with some gusty winds. So we are in for some impactful weather on Sunday evening heading into Monday morning. Along the eastern shore, mainly rain. If you're along the Prince George's County area, not quite as much snow for you, perhaps a coating on the high side, 2 inches. The eastern edge, the western edge of D.C. up through Manassas, Frederick, Gaithersburg, anywhere from 2 inches. You get heavy enough snow, could be upwards of 4 inches. Culpeper, orange up through the Hagerstown area, 4 inches up towards 8 inches under a heavier band of snow. And then the bullseye for the snow is going to be around Cumberland, Romney, Oakland, Petersburg, Harrisonburg, where anywhere from 8 to 12 inches of snow will be possible in those particular areas. When does this all start? That's the next question that I get a lot. So if you're in the southern counties and neighborhoods, anywhere from 11 to 12 o'clock, you could see this starting. So Charlottesville, Orange, maybe even up through the Fredericksburg area. Between 1 and 2 p.m. is when I anticipate these snow showers working their way into the immediate D.C. metro area. You'd see them around Dale City, Quantico, D.C., Andrews, Manassas. It would start off as snow around that hour. 3 o'clock, most areas should have snow or either some rain along the eastern shore. 4:30 p.m. We're in the thick of it at this point. We could see some heavier bands of snow popping up around the region, and that's where we're going to get our snow accumulation, although that will be short-lived as we begin to see a transition. Around 6 o'clock in the evening is where we're going to start to see that transition happening, and that's where things get a little bit tricky for us. Mostly rain along the eastern shore, and for the most part, this is a transition over to rain, but there could be a brief period of sleet, perhaps even some freezing rain before we get enough warm air into the atmosphere to change it over to all plain rain. So there is that window. I would say between 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. is when we could see that sleet and perhaps some freezing rain and ice accumulating, perhaps on trees and power lines in a few neighborhoods in those hours. Once you get past 10 o'clock at night, most areas are going to transition over to all rain, but you're also going to have those winds whipping up. Now, what are some of the differences I'm seeing between yesterday and today as I track this particular system? I'm seeing that rain snow line go back a little bit further to the west. Even Hagerstown and Martinsburg at some point will start to get the mixing later on Sunday night. So that will likely cut down on the snow totals a little bit in those areas. Snow still going strong around Cumberland, Oakland, and the Romney and the Petersburg areas. Around 2 o'clock in the morning or so, we could see a brief lull in activity as our system gradually begins to push away, but that warmer air is really beginning to come in. And then early Monday morning, here's what you can expect. Perhaps another round of some light snow and some light mixing. You're likely not going to get much accumulation around here, but you could see a little bit of snow on the back edge early Monday morning. This is at 8 a.m. At that point, our system begins to gradually pull away. We're left with some lighter flurries. As it pulls away, it'll take the moisture with it. A winter storm watch has been issued for our area. It includes D.C., Gaithersburg, up through Leesburg, Manassas, Front Royal, Winchester for Sunday afternoon to Monday morning. Again, this will be a high impact event. So Sunday, just a timeline from 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. maybe up through noon in some areas. This is going to be your dry hours. If you can't get everything done today, this is when you'll see those dry hours tomorrow. Around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, that's when we're going to start seeing the rain, the snow, the sleet working its way in. By 6 p.m., look for some mixing to start occurring. Some sleet, some rain, perhaps even some freezing rain working its way in. Okay, so again, snow, sleet, ice, and rain. The roads could become snow covered in those areas where we're anticipating a lot of snow. On top of that, the wind is going to be an issue for us because with those wind gusts, 35 to 45 miles per hour, that could easily be enough to down a weak tree. Let's say the tree has had a lot of snow on it or even some ice accumulating on it. It can be easy for that to come down, or some big branches, which could cause some power outages. And you could also have some objects blown around as well. Again, high impact event from the winter weather combined with the wind as well. So again, on the 7-day forecast, we're up to the 30s on tomorrow, 41 for the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday, right around 40 Tuesday, 46 Wednesday, and then we're in the 30s Thursday and Friday.